afternoon. I guess it's past noon. Good afternoon. I won't take much of your time, but I do want to share some of the initial findings, as John mentioned, from one of our most, I would say, interesting studies that we're currently doing, which is basically looking at the usage of mobile phones and mobile devices at the base of the pyramid. So, who knows what the base of the pyramid is? Anyone? No, nobody knows what the base of the pyramid is. Is it people? Yeah. So base of the pyramid has many different definitions, but the widely accepted one is basically folks who live on under a couple of dollars a day. So people who often tend to be struggling to make ends meet, you know, who rely heavily on the day-to-day work that they're doing. So I'm not sure how many in the audience members might even qualify. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're poor or that you're in poverty, but it's the kind of people who maybe in a more traditional sense, people didn't think mobile phones helped them. But what we're finding in our study, and some of the facts I'll read out to you, show that a lot of these people are actually using mobile phones, and many of them are using it to make money. Many of them are using it to communicate with loved ones, with friends, and are using it often in a bit surprising ways. So I'll read the first fact and have all of you maybe think about it a bit. Browsing the internet. So how many people do you think at this base of the pyramid, what we call base of the pyramid, use internet, browse internet on their mobile phones? Can anyone maybe throw out some guesses? 2%. Uh-huh. Others? 20%. 10%. Okay. Anyone on this side of the balcony? Yeah. 1%. I see you shaking your head. Yes. 45%. Okay. And you behind? 80. Wow. Okay, that's a big number. So we had a sample size of about 800 people across Kenya, 6 different locations in Kenya. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's completely representative of all of Kenya, but it's a bigger size than just 20 people. You know what I mean? So actually, 25.3% of those interviewed browse on their mobile internet. So for those of you who are developers, I mean, that's actually a bit surprising, I think, for someone who said 2%. But for others of you, maybe those who are actually farmers themselves, it's not surprising. So I think that there's a lot of different perspectives and expectations from depending on your background. So this isn't too surprising. Making and receiving calls, 100% of the respondents actually make and receive calls. Sending and receiving SMS, text messages, 82.7%. So I think those two sort of help you to know in what direction we still need to develop in terms of developing for the base of the pyramid. Perhaps I can ask, especially the farmers, how many of you use SMS on a daily basis? Use SMS every day? Yeah? How many of you in general? Maybe anyone who uses SMS on an everyday basis? Okay. How many of you make a call every day? Yeah, so I mean, I think how many of you browse the internet on your mobile? How many farmers browse on the internet on their mobile? Raise your hand. We have tech-savvy farmers here. So yeah, just some of, and the other 48.2% actually transfer airtime. So that's actually a big service that a lot of people at the base of the pyramid are using, and that's mobile money transfer. 100% are using M-Pesa, which for those of you who are building applications with a mobile money component, it's important to realize Safaricom obviously still has a big lion's share of the market with M-Pesa. Airtel Money, I don't know how many of you guys use that, but M-Pesa is still the trusted source. I'll share with you one other interesting finding. When we asked folks when did they first acquire their very first mobile phone, the highest number actually said it was in 2009. So almost 15% of our respondents said they received their phone in 2009. So when we were wondering why was that, we actually dug up through some of the literature, and it turns out the government created a policy in 2009 that made tax-free all electronics. So mobile phones were included. So there was a huge drop in the cost of things like mobile phones, computers, things of that nature. So actually you can see even at the base of the pyramid that actually has impacts on the folks on the ground. So it shows that public policy does make a difference, and if we're able to lower the prices of certain things, you can actually see the effects on the ground. So that's about it for this afternoon. Do keep if you're interested in what we're doing, feel free to check our website, which is research.ihub.co.ke. But you can also visit our offices, which are just down Chini on the first floor. So we're just neighbors. And we're happy we'll be releasing the full report next month, at the end of next month. So we're really happy if you want to learn more.